Luckily, although the winds of the hurricane were very noisy, the storm did not damage Kanal's home very much at all. A week after the hurricane, Toon announced to his family, "This was the largest crop of maize our field has ever given to us. The God of maize has been good to our people. Your mother and I have decided that all of us should go to Baakal for the festival of the first star to thank him. Baakal is a city that is far away. Now that we have enough food, I want to offer thanks at the great temple for the good things the gods have done for us." A temple is a building used to honor a god or gods. Well, you can imagine the excitement. Kanal's sister Ikal couldn't stay still. She kept rushing back and forth between her father and mother, hugging each of them. Their mother, Chanil, was the most delighted of all. She told them, "Wait until you see Baakal. There is no other place like it, they say, except, of course, for Puth, the greatest city in the world. But I have seen Baakal, and I cannot imagine any place more wonderful." The children knew that their mother had seen Baakal twice before, once with her parents and once with Toon. Going there was a special occasion because Baakal was so far away. It did not take them long to prepare because their extended family members would make sure that everything at home would be all right while they were away. Early the next morning, they all set out. Pick's brothers and sisters, who were too young to make such a long trip, stayed behind with their mother. But Pick and his father Zook joined Kanal's family, and they all entered canoes at the riverside. These canoes had been made by cutting down and hollowing out great trees from the forest. The paddles noiselessly slid through the water. They were all used to traveling this way to other nearby villages. But this time, thought Kanal as they moved away from the shore, we are going all the way to Baakal. It took them 3 days to reach Baakal. At night, they stopped at other small villages, dragging their canoes ashore so that they would not drift away. Overnight, the 6 of them stayed with other extended family, who would also provide them with food for the night and for the next day. At about noon on the 3rd day, the river brought them out from among the trees onto an enormous flat plain. Kanal, Pick, and Ikal had never seen such a giant space without forest covering it. The 2 fathers, knowing this, stopped paddling so the young people could just stare. Toon told them, "Many rivers flow into this plain and right through it. On the far side, some of them join into a mighty river that flows all the way to the great water." By this he meant the ocean, which none of them had ever seen. They resumed their paddling, and a few hours later, Zook called out in excitement, "Look, Baakal!" He pointed off in the distance, and the others strained to see what he saw. They could just make out high, bright red towers. They were all thrilled or very excited, but to Toon, the best part of the moment was hearing the excitement in his brother's voice, for Zook rarely let himself get excited. A few more hours brought them to the very edge of the great city. As they came closer, more and more canoes and other boats crowded onto the river from other streams and tributaries, that is, smaller rivers that joined into the big one. By the time they reached Baakal, the water was covered with people in boats, and there were just as many people approaching on nearby roads. Baakal was everything their parents had said it was. Pick called back over his shoulder to Kanal, "I can hardly wait to see it all." Chanil, Kanal's mother, laughed. "We will be lucky to see even a part of it. There's so much to see." Toon, grabbing the end of the canoe as he waded through the water toward the shore, said, "Tomorrow we will see the greatest towers for ourselves. Then you will truly know the wonder of Baakal."